Hello, everyone. I was just listening to this video about the idea maze, and that for company founders, it's important to have thought through the idea maze of sort of how you're going to get from where you are to where you want to go, and why you're doing your idea. So, for those of you who don't know, our company is called Unite. Our mission is to elevate personal and planetary well being, and we're doing that through technology, spaces, events, and media. And so, I just wanted to share a little bit about the journey that I see us going on. So just I'll start at the end and work our way backwards. So our vision for events is the biggest vision for events is to have these global synchronized stadium shows with amazing conscious celebrities and artists and speakers, and think like, Oprah and Tony Robbins and Sanatam Kaur and Katy Perry and Russell Brand, and just a whole Deepak Chopra, a whole host of amazing people who want to be in a huge space, BC Place and all the biggest stadiums in the world and festivals and big spaces, and do a tour and just have the most amazing events that really bring people together and draw people into from a city. We want to call it Unite Vancouver or Unite Seattle or Unite whatever city it is. And the idea is to just have like so many people join in, and it to be kind of like the Olympics, where it's this big, beautiful ceremony and weeks of things leading up and post. And we want to have before we have these big events, we want to have the Unite centers in every city so that people have a space to actually go to. And these are like physical spaces, kind of like a yoga studio, but it's got a restaurant and a lounge and event space and maybe co-working and maybe like a spa, hammam, like a whole place that people could just hang out all day most days, and it could be like the hub for our community, for people who are into wellness and health, sustainability, etc. And so that's the big vision for the events, and I think I'll just move backwards on one track so that we can stay focused on there. So this is for who knows what. One thing we want to do leading up to the big stadium shows is some sort of smaller like theater tour, or smaller stadiums, and then multi-city events. So having events in multiple cities and bigger events. We've done, I think the biggest one was like 450 people attended the Dream Talks event, which was at the Playhouse Theater. And then we had a bunch of the Dream Journeys ones, 230 plus people. And then we had Day Adobe on a boat, which was over 200 people, and some other big ones, and lots of different sized ones. We've done over 120 events, I think, live in the last since 2016. And I did a few before that as well. I was hosting before I met Crystal at our first lighthouse, beautiful sacred song circles and amazing, like 50 to 100 people in a giant living room with crystals everywhere, with beautiful musicians and just a whole beautiful vibe. And then smaller online regular ones. So that's kind of like the quick vision for the events. So lots of fun things coming up there. I don't know when our next Unite event will be, but definitely that's part of our vision. And I feel like why that's important for us is because so much value happens when you're really in close proximity and physical connection with people. And it's just, even putting people into a room and having a potluck can be so valuable, because it really does shift me out of my day to day, and kind of helps me expand in my energy and feel different, feel better, and have some connection. Look at this guy. We have a friend here. What is he? I think he's a ladybug. That's fun. Hey, buddy. Yep. Some kind of ladybug. Cool. Uh, so there's that, and then we have the next one is spaces. So towers, centers, eco villages. And so the vision with the spaces is to actually create these physical spaces where people can come together and really build a sort of lasting, ongoing community. like I just talked about the spaces, so the centers, imagine the towers being kind of a center, a unite center at the core of it, and then having a whole apartment and or um, uh, office building built around it so that people could live there and work there, and it becomes like a whole space. And I don't know if it would just be office. It'd probably be mostly for housing. Who knows? Maybe both. And then the eco villages. So actually helping to build our own, the ones that we really want to be in and live in, and then helping other people with the resources and structures to help to build more eco-villages, and also create sort of a cohesive map of all the different eco-villages and communities around the world, and what each one is known for, and help promote their events, or if they need help, or if they're looking for a specific type of person like a carpenter or a builder to move there or work there, and just making those connections. And then the towers and other venues, so connecting with people who already have spaces and helping them make the most of them. And then we have our home right now is kind of our core. And then we've got the technology, so eco-wellness marketplace, community connection and content platform is the way that I like to say it. It's sort of like a mix between Facebook and Amazon for wellness. And instead of having advertising, we are going to partner with all the businesses on there and do our best to promote them and to help them find their ideal customers, and then take a percentage of the sale, kind of like Airbnb. And so we've got lots of fun ideas, features for this one. One of the fun ones is called the epic quests, where imagine if you had, a fun date or a day off and you wanted to do something fun, but you didn't really want to, think about it. You could just go on epic quests and type in some of the categories, like, oh, I want to be around people, I want to be or not around people, I want to be this, that, and I want to be inside, outside, I want to relax, excitement, whatever. And so you input some of your criteria, and then it sort of crafts an experience for you, and then guides you along the way and gives you directions, but doesn't tell you where you're going. It just tells you sort of what to bring. It's like, okay, you need to bring a bathing suit, $100 bill, and a lunch or whatever. And so you just go and you do your thing, and then it guides you, and like, you show up at a float house, and they're like, oh, well, welcome, we've been expecting you, blah, blah, blah. And then you come out of your float, and then there's someone there who's also on an epic quest saying, hey, like, are you Shine? We're supposed to meet, and I'm supposed to take you to my favorite lunch place down the road, and you go have lunch, and then, oh, you're going on this bike ride now with this group, and then, oh, you're going to this party, and it just kind of crafts this really fun day. And it's all, surprise and delight, kind of fun stuff. And then so there's lots of fun features we've got up our sleeve. And then what we're looking for now is we've created our MVP, which stands for minimum viable product. And so that's kind of like the bare minimum of something that will work, and actually you can test and people can use, and it can be a fun thing. So you can go to unite.love and check that out. And PMF stands for product market fit, and that's what happens when basically there is just a ton of organic growth and it goes viral. And the reason why something will go viral is that it really touches some part of you that you feel like this is so good that it needs to be shared. And the most simple, virality that we know of, I think, are like memes and videos. And when something really touches you, and when you feel like it's so fun that other people need to know about it, then you just share it. And so that's what we want to create with Unite, is what can we do? What's something, and I'd love you to think about this and let me know if you want, what's something that Unite can do that will be so useful and so helpful that it'll actually cause you to want to use it over and over. You feel really good about it, you love it, and you want to tell everyone because it's just so valuable. And then that leads to organic growth, more features, fundraising, all that stuff. So that's the kind of flow for the tech. And then media. We want to eventually create movies, dome shows, probably not TV for TV, but, shows and content and YouTube shows and whatever platforms we use, VR shows, metaverse shows, and just create really amazing, beautiful content and have lots of fun. So this is the sort of very broad map, and there's lots more fun stuff. And I'm excited to for our next phase, we are focused mostly here on the product market fit of the technology company, and we have two avenues that we're really focusing on. One is a mastermind for wellness business owners and leaders, and that's going to be focusing on Abraham Hicks style coaching and teaching and mentorship to help people really get into alignment with their business and with money and mindset and family and health and all the things, and just be in a really good place to receive good ideas and good impulses and synchronicities, etc., and just to help create these amazing businesses that are going to impact and change the world. And then the other one is our events side of things. So we have physical events and online events, and we've actually built a product called the LoveStream, which can um, be sort of like Clubhouse, where you can go live, people can join in impromptu and hang out with you. You can do a private one, so only people with a link or a password can get in. You can do paid ones. You can do future ones, so it can be like a course or an online event that you do in the future. And so we're looking at those as potentially the early kind of value and product market fit that we can, if we can get that flywheel turning. And we've already got, gosh, 1,200 members, over 400 businesses on the platform already. And so I feel like we can get some good momentum here, and it'd be fun. I feel like the Love Stream is really interesting because I think people really love community and connection, and they're also looking for ways to promote their stuff. And so people could create free love streams to promote their product, service, or event, or they can just want to hang out, and or just to create fun content because you want to share some stuff. And so I think it could be a fun way to build the community. So let me know what you think. Would love to hear your thoughts, and I hope you're doing really great. And this was a fun little quick exercise, and we'll talk soon.